comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. If you make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for the defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
The sure hands, it's Peters. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Stanford wants to push the pace.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of patterns, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Tosses it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. To the air. It's Sims. Caught close to the marker. It's Peters. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. The Cardinal will have to come up with a huge play to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on 1 time in that loss last week. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. There he goes! Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run.
Touchdown Seminoles! A great catch and run for 6.
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups. And you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They are in serious need of putting together a scoring drive right here, down 14-0. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. He breaks a tackle. He gets... Nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Got it, looking for the 1st down. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Stanford going back to work with another 1st down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
The give to the lone running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Sims. Quickly complete. Nice move to keep running. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Cardinal! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Beebe. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Beebe. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Fires to the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. They'll immediately call timeout.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Snags it over the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. Lets it fly. It's caught. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Marking at the 24. And this defense, its head is spinning. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Working that left side now. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. To the air on 1st down. A little release to the back. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, no!
And the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Looking to throw it, Sims. Gets it out fast. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit, because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Noles will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividend.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Hand off from the shotgun. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the gun, running back gets the give. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Noles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Trying to pick it up on the ground. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, running back on the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Got his man. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Looks as if Stanford will have enough for the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. That's caught. It's Peters.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. Got it, looking for a first. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Looking downfield, it's Sims. Just a short pass to the tight end. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Wants to throw it. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Past the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown Seminoles. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Man, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Texas is painting an offensive masterpiece so far. It's been like a Bob Ross masterclass.
And the returner will be dragged down. They'll run this play from the pistol. To the ground with the back. Crosses the 30. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Smalls. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's quick. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Sims. Quick strike complete.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense.
He'll take a shot. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw in that touchdown pass.
And they tacked on the extra point. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, sometimes you just got to be lucky, and that time the ball bounced the right way for the kicking team. They were able to recover their own onside kick, and they've got possession.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Finds the tight end. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's quick. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Grab near the marker. It's quick. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here's a heat. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. The Cardinals come to the line facing 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Sims. Touchdown, Stanford! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Scrambling away. Got his man on the right. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. this field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this